not all have equal opportunity, but we all have the opportunity to be better than we currently are.
My name is Ireti Oguvu. B is silent, just so it makes it easier for you to pronounce my surname. I'm currently a consultant pediatrician with my special interest is neonatology, which is care of the preterm infants. But I look after children from 24 weeks preemie up to 16 years of age. I currently work in Lady of Lourdes Hospital, Drogheda. I've been there for the last 11 years. Originally, I graduated in College of Medicine, University of Lagos, Nigeria. So my role currently, apart from the service provision of looking after sick kids, is also to nurture and bring up the young doctors of tomorrow, and starting from medical students to junior doctors that work on my team. So I'm also a senior clinical lecturer with RCSI. So it's lots of hats on this small head, but my passion really is to make sure that anyone that passes through me, they do better than I do when I was in their stage. So, and over the years, I've seen so many people, so many young doctors from various backgrounds, various colors and shades, and they've all gone ahead to do very well. So I pride myself in impacting the lives that pass through me for the better. Don't say it can't be done until you have tried many times. And after you've done that, try again. So that's my attitude to life. And we're gonna go get it done. So I'm excited to be here today. And thank you so much, Evelyn, and also Toju. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's something I always tell the young people. I wish, back in my day, we did have role models like all of you here. I feel I would have made more leaps and bounds in my career than I have now. I've learned by experience and all that. But it's amazing, and thank you again for being here. Question will go to Ireti, and it's a bit of a spin-off in terms of potential. What do you think limits people from fulfilling their potential?
Okay. Thanks for that. That's a very good question. Something that is very close to my heart. Like I said before, don't tell me it can be done until you've tried many times. And if you fail, try it again. But three things that stand in my head, just thinking about this, is there are internal and external factors that could affect people from even being able to achieve their goals. Some of the external factors you have no control about. But one of the things I believe is if you can change some of the internal factors, you might be able to impact the external factors that seems to be shutting door in your face to do it. Something like what Jesus said, when one door closes, he refused to give up. But one of the things before you go knocking on doors or looking for things is, number one, you need to recognize what you have ability for. So your ability either is inborn or something that you have been trained to do. Because many people are trying to achieve things that they don't really have the ability or the passion for. If you don't have the ability to achieve something, there's no point in flogging yourself over it. And this goes for parents. Don't make your children live your dreams, because your dreams could become their nightmare if they're not wired to be that way. Just because you wanted to be a doctor and you couldn't, you don't have to force your child to be one, because it takes passion to continue. So recognize the ability that you have, that is either inborn or the way you're wired, or is a gift or a talent or something that you just really think about. That's number one. Number two is what we're talking about today. When opportunities are presented to you, you need to seize those opportunities. You need to take advantage of those things. And sometimes seizing opportunities takes a lot of hard work. You've got to apply yourself. And when you seize those opportunities, mix with your ability, when you use those opportunities to harness your ability, mix with your passion, you can actually achieve your full potential. Because none of us is born to be a question mark. I don't believe that. We are all born with an answer to a particular question. And once you recognize that, you seize those opportunities, you use those opportunities to harness your ability, and then you'll be able to achieve your potential. Number three thing that is in my head, and this I say to my two kids, is you've got to be able to apply yourself. Achieving greatness is not something that just drop on somebody's lap. Even if you're born with a silver or gold spoon, if you don't use it appropriately, at the end of the day, you will be a nobody. So apply yourself. Application is the number 3 thing. So ability to do what you want to do. Seizing the opportunities that present themselves to you, knowing that, okay, this is going to take me there, and applying yourself. It could be just, instead of sleeping 8 hours, you might have to sleep 6 hours just to achieve that thing. Because there's no point in saying doors are shut to you when you have not really developed yourself to answer those questions. I believe that companies, I mean, some are represented here. If you have somebody that can work with your company, that would take your company to the next level, and you see that they're very passionate about what they're doing, they have the ability for it, they will take advantage of every opportunity with due respect, in a trustworthy manner, with integrity as well. They have good character to support and corroborate what they're doing. You will employ them, and you know that they're going to apply themselves. You don't just do something so that when you arrive there, then you kind of hand over these tools. You continue in that manner. So 3 things: recognize what your ability is, seize every opportunity, use that to harness your ability, and apply yourself. Hard work never kill anybody. Once you work hard and you work with sense, I don't think it's going to turn out in a negative way. So ability, opportunities, and application to achieve your goals is always something that we need to hold dear to our heart. Thank you.
Thank you very much. OAO. Oh, sorry. Ability, opportunities. Yeah, I said it the other way around. Okay. Thank you so much. And just on top of that, are there any changes that you actually say for people right now if they want to reach their full potential? So I know you've answered that in this question, but do you think there are any spin-offs and changes that people can apply to their current situation?
Okay. I'm going to start with mindset. You know, mind is a very powerful thing, and you can't be anything that you have not even maybe lived through in your mind and that you believe that you can really achieve. So the mindset has to change. For instance, I can't change anybody's opinion or view about me, but I have every right to actually work on how I perceive myself. You know, as a person of color, or as a person of color in this country, I usually tell people, I said, I'm FFB, and people ask me, what do I mean by that? I said, I'm foreign, I'm female, I'm Black. But in spite of all of that, that is what has contributed to making me who I am. And I'm just going to say quickly, when I was coming to this country, I had 2 jobs waiting for me. One I had to interview for, the other I already did the interview. And my attitude coming was that I'm coming here to be a blessing. Born in Nigeria, but made to be a blessing to my world, wherever that world is. And when I choose to come to this country, my mindset, my attitude was that I'm not going to let people's opinion control what I do. I know who I am, and I know what, by the grace of God, I really wanted. So, number 1 thing I would say is you need to make sure that you purpose in your mind to equip yourself beyond the tag. Okay, oh, people say, oh, you come in and they say, oh, you're Black. No. You have to equip yourself beyond the tag, because when you have an answer to a question, it goes, the case does not, I mean, what is enclosing you is irrelevant if people are going to really open up to that. So people's opinion, people's viewpoint doesn't matter. You have a mindset of, I'm going to excel, whatever I do. Increase your value. You've got to make sure that you increase your value in every way, shape, and form. And the way you increase your value is both in skills and in virtue. So keep working at what you're working at, keep improving. If there is a course to do, do it. If there's an exam to do to improve yourself, you go ahead and do it. When I left medical school a few years ago, I won't tell you when, quite a long time ago, but my focus was I either do pediatrics or medicine. That entailed me doing postgraduate exams. So I did most of my postgraduate training in the UK and then finish it up here. But I know that in doing that, I'm increasing my value in skills, in ability, in being able to do something. But the other thing is the virtue, your character, the way you present yourself. You have to be a person of a good character, integrity, and you have to work with excellence as your watchword. Be excellent at whatever you do. Make sure that nothing keeps you back from doing things excellently. So increase your value in terms of your skills and exude good virtue is very important. And people ask me, I said, oh, it's easy for you to say because of your personality. No, not necessarily. Whether you're quiet, you're a sanguine or a melancholic or phlegmatic, you can actually excel in virtue. It's very important. And number 3 thing that I would say is you've got to develop yourself to the best version of who you are. I'm not competing with anybody to be who I am. The only competition I have is myself. So if I'm good at something today, I want to be better at it tomorrow, and I want to be best at it the day after. And the reason that I approach life like that is it would be wrong for me not to give the world the best version of who I am. And I keep evolving. So develop yourself to the best version of who you are so that you can really achieve your full potential. So don't deprive the world of who you are. Number 3 thing I would say is, number 4 rather, is don't try to prove a point to anybody. If you're trying to prove a point, well, I'm Black, I can do it, then you've already missed the point. You're going to expend yourself for nothing. You're going to really end up being frustrated. So I don't live my life to prove a point. I live it to fulfill a purpose. And when I fulfill a purpose, I might prove a point to you. But that is not my primary premise of wanting to be the best version of who I am. Don't live your life to prove a point. Make your life about accomplishing a goal that you have set for yourself. Answer your critics with success. When you succeed at being yourself, then people will acknowledge that and they will celebrate you, and you will be able to impact other people. So don't prove a point, but live your life to fulfill a purpose. Quickly, keep your focus on making a difference in your area of influence. Every time I'm going to work, I'm like, what can I do to make myself better today? What can I do to impact somebody else's life today? What can I do that not just my patient, but my students and my junior doctors that work with me, when they're working with, I want them to be happy that, oh, Dr. Ireti is on today, it's great. So it's because my focus is to make a difference, not just in my patient's life, but in the life of everyone that works with me. And the next thing I want to say is you have to be consistently diligent. You have to be diligent in everything that you do, because why? Remember I said, you just want to be the best version of you. Don't deprive the world of who you can be. And when you do that, you will be seizing every opportunity. And when opportunity meets preparation, your purpose will be fulfilled. And you will feel fulfilled as a whole, in essence. So it's very important that in here, you know who you are. And in there, you want to improve on who you are, and you want to give the best version of who you are to the world. Thank you.
Thank you. That was so powerful. Lots of bullet points in there. At the end of the day, you know, it just sounds like you can be who you're meant to be. Just have a strategy, have a plan, and go for it. Thank you.
We all have the opportunity to be better than we currently are.